Hello viewers and hello to you, Andrea.
Hello Otis, it's been a while since we've been together.
Quite a while. And you are joining us or we are joining you. How do we put it?
Yes, we are joining you. You are joining us, both
yes,
of us.
Yes, all the way at the Swakopmund Go Kart Club today.
Where the Rotax Go Kart Championships is taking place. This is the National Leg 8 that is happening here at the Go Kart in Swakopmund, in a very windy Swakopmund, I must say, Otis.
But not dusty, eh?
Not dusty.
Yeah, quite sunny.
Yes.
And it's actually nice to be out in the
And out and about, yes. Now, it's almost the festive season is upon us. It's December, so you're going to see a lot of our beautiful faces on your screen because we are here to keep you entertained, letting you know what's happening here in our beautiful coastline.
Yes, and the action is quite fast and furious right behind us here. And exciting things happening here at the track.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So what's happening now is we are in the second heat of the different classes. The little ones just participated. They're so small and so cute and so lovely. So we're expecting heat 3 to still take place. And then afterwards at about 5 o'clock, it's going to be the prize giving.
Wow, wow. So it's going to be a full action-packed program.
Definitely. So what we're going to show you now is we're going to give you an interview that we did with the organizer, who is Jorg Goldberg, and then also Osvaldo Mendes, who's the owner of the Go Kart Swakopmund track, is going to talk to us. And then we also have a few interviews we did with some of the racers.
Exactly. Yes, so stay with us and follow what's happening right here on Irongotok as well as oneup2.com.
Yes, please don't go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
In the company of Mr. Jorg Goldberg, the organizer for today's proceedings. How are you doing, sir?
Good, thank you.
Thank you for allowing us at your venue.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So tell us about the program for today.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the last leg. It's leg 8 of the Rotax Max Challenge Namibia.
Yes.
So it's a championship out of 8 legs, and today is the final. And the first heat is done for all 6 classes, so we have a small break now, and then we go into heat 2 and heat 3, and then tonight we've crowned the champions of this season now.
The champions for the season in various categories.
Correct. We've got 6 categories. From the Bambino class is the smallest one. It's from kids from 5 to about 8.
Yes.
And then obviously we've got different age groups up to the adults.
Yes.
And all 6 classes, the champion will be crowned today.
In terms of laps being raced, how many laps for the day?
It's different. The Bambinos, they do 15 laps on this track.
Yes.
All the other classes do 22 laps. Besides the Masters, they are not so fit anymore. They do 15 laps.
Okay, so are there any famous racers out there?
Yes, I would say so. Obviously we've got like Yvonne and Richie. They both competing in the DD2 class. They most probably the best drivers in the grid.
Yes.
But there's a lot of potential coming from the youth. So I think there's some famous drivers rising there now.
So how's the defending champion doing so far?
Yeah, we've got a few defending champions. In the Bambino class is actually the first year that we have the season in that format for them. So there's no defending champion. Let's keep it like this. For the Max Reno, Mick is currently in second place, but it looks like that Heinrich will make it this year. In the Junior Max class, Justus already won the championship last leg.
Yes.
In the Senior Max, the race is still open. The defending champion is Ivan. He went up to the DD2 class. And in the masters class, I am the defending champion, but I'm going to lose
Your title.
Yeah, my title will
Willingly.
Unwillingly. I'm official today, so
Yes,
I could have had a small chance still today, but my competitor is a bit faster than me.
The level of racing?
It's actually rising very well. We're very happy. With the level of racing, I mean, we try to improve the whole level throughout the year. We had last year December we had the African champions here, and also in the middle of the year we had a drivers academy where we took the South African champion for 2 days for training. That helps a lot. We were at the African Open 2 months ago, so I think we're doing very well. Lap times, speed wise, discipline, driving skills, so I think karting is on a good road there.
Brilliant. So in terms of the Namibian racers that went and competed in South Africa recently, can you briefly share some light on that one?
Yeah, that was an excellent opportunity for us and an excellent event. We went to the Rotax Max Challenge, that's the African Open, and we were 8 drivers from Namibia, yeah, in various categories we did get some beating in South Africa, but we also learned a lot. So if we compare like Ivan and Richie and also Justus in their classes, we went a week before we started racing there, our lap times were like 4-5 seconds behind the standard lap times, or the good lap times of the South African guys. And in the African Open they were like driving into nearly into like half a second into those times. So the improvement that we did in just 1 week was amazing.
Massive.
So we want to build up on that, and we're going next year again, so we're going to try to fight from the back, and let's see what happens.
Where did you race in South Africa?
In South Africa the race was in Swakopmund, it's in Pretoria. Next year it's not final yet, but it's looked like it's going to be in June, July in Idube, that's at Pietermaritzburg in KZN. So yeah.
So in terms of competitions for Namibians, what after this? What's up after this one?
And just to add on the last question, all our champions that we crowned today, they get a free ticket to the African Open next year. So that's a big prize that all the guys for today, and that's obviously also the trophies, but that's the big thing that they take home.
Qualification for.
But all drivers are welcome to participate next week, but these guys obviously get their free set of entry tires, and also the entry they win today. And then what's upcoming for this year, obviously we're closing down the championship today, but we have on the 19th of December we've got a kart store race here on this track in Swakopmund, where international competitors are invited. So we need to see what happens now with the current situation with the COVID that's taking hand over again. But we have a few Angolan drivers. I think it's about 6-7 Angolan drivers who want to come by. We've got quite a lot of interest from South African guys again. So but they all now very unsure what happens now with the borders and stuff. So we planning it. It is planned. Everything is in place, but we need to see now what is available and what may we do now.
Wow. Okay. So finally, your message to Namibians out there in general.
I can talk a lot. I mean, obviously the main aim is to grow the sport. That's what we do. We know it's not a cheap sport. Unlike soccer or rugby, where you need your exactly. So, but it's motorsport, and we had a rally yesterday here, and so all the circuit and all the motorsports do gain from karting. So because we really start like him walking past here now, he's 5 years old. And we really start from there, and we hope to keep the guys in karting, but obviously some of them will go to drag, some will go to circuit racing, rally racing. Motorsport it's got so much potential in this country, but it needs some. In karting, it had to need some structure, and we got the structure in. Yeah, that's our main aim. Obviously, we want to get competitive to African-wise, and then the long-term aim is to get our guys to the world finals. I mean, with the Rotax Max Challenge in Namibia, like we have, is if our numbers grow and we're consistent in numbers, we will be invited. The champions will be invited to go to the world finals,
Yes.
and that's every year, and that's the long-term aim, that we get seats there, that we can actually
Compete.
not hand out tickets to South Africa or to the African Open, but to the world finals.
Okay.
But that's long-term.
In terms of clubs, how many clubs are there in America?
Yeah, we've got, I would say, 3 active clubs where karters are involved. Obviously, the SFC Swakopmund Karters, we're growing quite well. Windhoek Motor Club has got many karters, and then Walvis Bay also got now a few small amounts now on. But yeah, those are the 2 big clubs, and then
Yes.
the small one coming along.
Yes. In terms of participants in the sport, how has it been going?
Yeah, I mean, 3 years ago when I came into karting, and the situation was very weak, I would say. There were like 8 participants on a national,
Yes.
and today we've got 29. So we are improving, we are making progress, and but also many people couldn't come today. So I guess if everybody who's sitting at home today, not driving today, unlucky for you. Who couldn't come, some have got different occasions.
Yes.
But I think we're gonna make another 10 drivers. We're gonna get on the grid directly. But
Yes.
our main aim is to just get it done and grow the numbers, and with that the standard comes and everything else.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay,
Goldberg.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm in the company of Nikki Benker. How are you doing, Nikki?
Good, and with you?
I'm fine. So tell me, you are a go-kart racer.
Yeah, and I also do MX, but I know I can't do MX again.
So when did you start doing the sport?
My first race when I was 6, so I cannot do that. Now this is my first time doing this.
Go-kart racing. And how's it been going for you?
Good, but I'm still a little bit scared to do with other cars.
Okay, so in what class do you race, Nikki?
I don't know, but I listen to see Wolfish by Law School.
Okay, that's your school. But for the racing, in what category do you race?
I don't know.
Okay, is it for the kiddies?
Yes.
Yes. So how many laps do you do? Tell us about the race.
22.
22 laps. And you manage. How do you manage that?
When I was here, my arms get a little bit hurt. Then I cannot drive. And sometimes when I day at that ride, I cannot turn good.
Okay. So do you practice a lot?
No.
You just come and have fun.
I just practice this side, and someone said I have to ride this side.
Okay, so how many races do you still have left?
2.
2.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be the champion.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
Bye.
We are with Ivan Forster. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
So how's the racing been for today?
It's been okay. Kart feels good. I just have a bit of a problem in some of the corners. So still working a bit on my setup. I've been struggling with setup now past few races, so still fiddling around with it.
Okay. So tell me, in terms of investment, how much do you spend on the sport?
I can't say. I'm not really the one spending the money. It's mostly my father.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a lot of effort that has gone into it. We have spent a lot of money on the sport itself, on my racing, and yeah, it really depends how far you want to go,
In the sports.
how much you want to put in.
Yes.
'Cause
In which class do you race?
I race in DD2 Open.
In the DD2 Open. Okay, so where do you want to take your racing?
Well, I'm actually happy racing locally here. I wouldn't mind going to world finals. I wouldn't mind going high in the ranks. I just love racing at home where I can still be around my friends and family. So to me, I just want to do well. That's all. I want to do well for myself, not just for trophies or whatever.
So
I myself want to do good.
in terms of the sport, what does it mean to you? What does the sport bring to you as a participant?
Passion, that's what I would say. I'm passionate about the sport, about karting in general. This is just life to me.
Yes.
I love the sport. I wouldn't do anything else rather than this. If I could, I would be racing every day. I would be on this track 24/7.
Thank you so much, Ivan, and enjoy the rest of your racing.
Thanks.
Cool. We are in the company of Richie Slamet, the son of the famous Mr. Slamet, who does rally, ne? What's your father's name?
Richard.
Richard Slamet. Yes, he does rally. He was in action yesterday.
He was in action now with the DD2 Masters.
Okay, here at the go-karts.
Yes.
So from rally to go-karts. Okay, so how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
So in what class do you race?
I race in the DD2 open class with Ivan.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So how's racing been going since this morning?
Well, it's been going good. We only had one day of testing, which was Thursday on the track. I've never driven this track before or this way around. But it started off good with our base setup worked. We did a few tweaks here and there, driving style adjustments, markers on the track that I had to figure out myself, and yeah, so the races went good. Race 1, I started on pole and managed to slowly breach the gap, and then from the midsection of the race I started slowing down to just save my tires and for heat 2 and 3, and then I managed to come home first.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second heat, I think it's the third heat, sorry for that, of the Max to Reno class. And as you can hear by the sound of it, it's going roaring here at the go-kart racing track in Swakopmund. The previous heat, heat 2, Paul Oosthuizen, finished with a time of 12 minutes and 10 seconds. And then he was followed by Cecil Koorts, racing in car number 199. In third position was Heinrich Roos in car number 8. And then we had Travis Njal in car number 237. Quite some exceptionally fast times with cars going at around 110 kilometers per hour. Yes, it's where the action is happening right now. In the fifth position, we had Goldback Mick, followed by Nicky Banker in position number 6. And then in seventh position was Ariana Slamet. Now, the racing at the Rotax Go Kart Championship kicked off early this morning with the registration process. Started at 7. Up to 8, and then we had the driver's briefing at 8 o'clock, followed by warm-up rounds of the Bambino, Junior Max, Senior Max, the Reno, the DD2 and the DD2M classes. After that we proceeded to the qualifying rounds, and first up was the Bambinos with a 10-minute stretch, followed by the Junior Max, the Senior Max, the Torino, the DD2 and the DD2M. The racers then had a break before going into the first heat of 12 laps for the Bambinos. The Junior Max had the first heat of 22 laps, followed by the Senior Max, first heat also consisting of 22 laps. The Torino also did 22 laps. The Senior Max, the Torino, as well as the DD2 and the DD2M. The DD2M actually did 15 laps, but the others also did 22 laps. Then we went into a break before proceeding with heat 2 of the racing action, and the same type of setup was followed, with the Bambinos doing 12 laps, followed by the Junior Max, Senior Max, the Reno, DD2, DD2M, all doing 22 laps. Sorry, the DD2M actually did 15 laps. The riders or the racers then went into lunch break, and we are now right here at the DD2 Heat 3 racing action, consisting of 22 laps. It's been quite an eventful day of racing, with some of Namibia's top racers here in action at the Swakopmund Go Kart track. In previous results for the seniors, Heat 2, Zane Venter was the fastest, followed by Chaslo Marra, Stefan Goldbeck, Lisha Smith, Florian Hilpert, and Martin Gous. That was for the Senior Max Heat 2. The Max Trimo, as we indicated earlier, Heat 2 was won by Paul Oosthuizen, followed by Cecil Koorts, Heinrich Roos, Travis Njau, Goldbeck Mick, Nikki Benker, and Ariana Slamet. Moving on to the DD2 Masters second heat section, we had Paul Oosthuizen Senior being the fastest racer, followed by Zirk Jansen, Richard Slamet Senior in third, and then Cecil Koorts Senior in fourth position. That was for Heat 2 of the DD2 Masters section. For the DD2 Junior Master section, in Heat 2, we had Richie Slamet finishing first, followed by Ivan Foster and Justus Julker. Now, as you can see, it has gone a bit quiet in anticipation of the next races preparing to take to the track. For those who have joined us right now, we are in Swakopmund, coming to you all the way from the Rotax Go Kart Championships at the Swakopmund Go Kart track. Just updating you also on the Bambinos for Heat 3. We had Paul Oosthuizen in first position. That was now for the third heat of racing. Sebastian van Niekerk followed in second. Mandume Kayamo came in third. Mala Botha was fourth, followed by Nande Kayamo. Now I must say that the Kayamos came all the way from Windhoek to be in action here today on this magnificent track. So the next races are taking to the track. But just finishing up, Paul Mans was in sixth, followed by Marco Botha, Ben Goldbeck, and Cecil Koorts. We are now moving into the DD2 class. Swakopmund Go Kart Club and racetrack is where all the action is happening. I must say we had loads and loads of action here at this track, and it's the Rotax Maximum Challenge Namibia Leg 8 taking place right now. You can see these guys are racing at magnificent speeds. In the first heat, this is now the third heat for the DD2 Masters. In heat number 1, Paul Oosthuizen was the fastest. Followed by, he did 15 laps in a time of 8 minutes and 4 seconds. His best lap was the 5th one, followed by Zirk Janssen in second position, 15 laps in a time of 8 minutes 13 seconds. He had a best lap of his third lap was his best lap, and then Cecil Koorts finished third. Cecil Koorts Senior, he did 14 laps in a time of 8 minutes and 9 seconds, followed by Richard Slamet in position number 4. He did 5 laps in a time of 5 minutes 53 seconds. We are now in heat 3, but for heat 2, Paul Oosthuizen continued his fine form. He did 15 laps in a time of 7 minutes and 4 seconds, and his best lap was the 4th lap. And then he was followed by Zirk Janssen with a time of 7 minutes and 11 seconds. And Zirk did 15 laps, with his best lap being lap number 2. Richard Slamet joined in the action in third position with a total time of 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and he raced 15 laps. His best lap was lap number 7. Cecil Koorts Senior finished in 4th position, and he did so in a time of 7 minutes 36 seconds, and he completed 14 laps. Now just listen to the times of these gentlemen racing here. Paul Oosthuizen had the best lap time of 27.395 seconds. Zirk Janssen did a best lap of 28.071 seconds. And Richard Slamet did a best lap of 27.347 seconds, followed by Cecil Koorts, who did a best lap of 29.16 seconds. So we hope you are enjoying the action with us here at Swakopmund Go Kart track. Definitely the place to be for petrol heads, motor heads. And by the look of things, we can say that go-kart racing is alive and doing very well. We have racers all the way from Windhoek competing here in Swakopmund at the coast today. And the action is non-stop action. Just updating you with the race results for Heat 3 of the Senior Max class. We had Teslo Marra with a time of 11 minutes 27 seconds, and he did 22 laps with his best lap being lap 4 and a best time of 29 seconds, 29.383 seconds. Martin Goos follows in second. He also did 22 laps in a time of 11 minutes 50 seconds. His best lap was lap number 5 in a time of 29.939 seconds. Third was Stefan Goldbeck. He did 21 laps in a time of 11 minutes 0.49 seconds, and his best lap was the 11th lap with a best time of 31.278 seconds. Lisha Schmidt finished in 4th. We are now bringing to you the race results for heat number 3 of the Senior Max group. Lisa Smith finished in 4th position with a time, she did 21 laps and in a time of 11 minutes 55 seconds. Her best lap was lap number 16 in a time of 32.227 seconds. And then Florian Hilpert finished 5th, followed by Zane Venter. Now Florian did 19 laps with a time of 11.46 seconds. His best lap was lap number 14, and his best time was 34.82 seconds. Zane Venter finished in 6th position. He did 6 laps in a time of 3 minutes and 15 seconds, with the 4th lap being his best in a time of 29.306 seconds. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for you joining us right here at the Swakopmund Go Kart track, we are bringing you all the action from the Rotax Go Kart Championships, and we hope you are enjoying the show with us. Just an update for the Senior Max class. The 3rd heat results were as follows. With Teslo Marra, who did 22 laps in a time of 11 minutes 27 seconds with a best lap of 29.383 seconds, and that was lap 4. Martin Lowe did 22 laps in a total time of 11 minutes 50 seconds, with his best lap being lap number 5 in a time of 29 seconds, 0.939 seconds. Third was Stefan Goldbeck, who raced 21 laps. 11 minutes and 49 seconds. His best lap was lap number 11 with a time of 31.278 seconds. Elisha Smith followed in 4th position, and then Florian Hilpert came in 5th, and Zane Venter followed in 6th. We are coming live to you all the way from the Rotax Go Kart Championships at Swakopmund Go Kart track, and the action is non-stop. It's now the DD2 group Heat 3 action being concluded, and these races just finished 22 laps in quite exceptional time. And at this stage of the fight or the race, Paul Oosthuizen Senior won Heat 2, followed by Zirk Janssen, and then Richard Slamet and Cecil Quartz in 4th position. There's Richard Cecil Quartz Senior. Cecil Quartz Senior is taking the flag for his victory lap. Well deserved. Some excellent, breathtaking, adrenaline pumping racing action. For those who have joined us, we really hope you've enjoyed what we brought to you today. Please be on the lookout for some more action, because we will continue to bring you loads of action throughout December. I'm with Elmo Kayembo.
Kayamo, that's correct.
Kayembo.
Yeah.
How are you doing, boss?
I'm doing very well.
All the way from Windhoek.
All the way from Windhoek.
What?
Such an exciting day, wonderful day.
What made you take this long journey up to the coast?
Well, it's almost the final race of the year. We've been participating in all the races. This is probably our 3rd race now for the year, and it's a final race for the year. So we had to be here in Swakopmund to participate in the race. Very exciting indeed.
Yes, your 2 kids are racing.
Yes, you're absolutely right. They are racing 91, 92, Nandi and Mandume.
So as a father, how much do you put into the sport?
Well, it's not just about value, but it's also about time, energy, commitment. I think first and foremost, you need to have the commitment as a parent. And then also because it's an exciting sport for the kids, but not only for the kids, I think for the parents as well. It's an amazing sport to partake in. And for us, we are quite happy as parents to be supporting our kids in participating in such a sport. So it's very exciting.
It sounds like you've been around the block for quite some time. What does this sport bring to your children?
Really, we haven't been around for too long. We've possibly now been 2 months. So we are newcomers to the sport. But it's a sport that the kids like. Really, this is where they express themselves. They express their talent, they express their capability. So this is something that fulfills the happiness. You know, they get a lot out of this. So as parents, we are very happy. And as a father, I'm actually very proud of my kids, the way they have been driving, and they have been only been participating now for almost 2 months.
Yes. So what motivated you to enter the sport?
Well, my kids and I have been watching Formula One quite a lot. And when we were told that there is actually go-karting as well, and we contacted the right people, and here we are today. So we participated.
In terms of the level of the sport, how would you say is it? The competitiveness on Namibian soil?
No, I think it's quite very competitive. Obviously, there's still a lot to be done. We still need more people to participate. We need more kids to participate. So it will become very competitive. And I think from what I've been told, where it started and where we are now, I think there has been a lot of progress to date. So hopefully, next year we'll have more participants into the race.
In terms of achieving, what would you like to see your kids achieve?
I think what I want them to possibly getting into the next races. So we want them to participate in South Africa and hopefully also then getting to Europe. This is the aim, and that's why as parents we have to give them that support. We need to give them that push. So we're looking forward, really.
Thank you so much, boss.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
We are in the company of Mr. Osvaldo Mendes, the owner of Swakopmund Go Kart track.
That's
How
correct.
are you doing, sir?
I'm well. Thank
So where did this initiative begin? Where does it come from?
It's a whole thing. I've been involved in motorsport, basically oval tracks and rallies for a year.
Yes.
Beginning of last year with the COVID situation, we heard that R&R karting, which is Swakopmund track, was on the market. I approached the previous owner, we negotiated, and seeing that, my time has come most probably sooner or later to hang up my gloves. And I had I've got a grandson that he loves motorsport.
Yes.
So I thought, bring him into go-karts, start with the go-karts.
Yes.
And to start with the go-karts, I thought, maybe take the track over, start revamp the business, start with the business. And in that way, I would bring him on board.
Yes.
And
yes. Yes.
that he can start racing.
Yes. Is this the young man?
This is the young man.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
What's your name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Are you a go-kart racer?
Yeah.
And this is your granddad?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Mr. Mendes, in terms of investment, what does it take to maintain such a place?
It takes a bit time, money-wise, everything. Because remember, we in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of a desert.
Yes.
We don't have water. We don't have electricity. We cannot build because we rent the premises from the municipality. And we have to see that on a day like this, all the facilities, electricity, water, everything is there.
Yes.
We're driving a national, and we need to see that everything is right.
Yes.
So yeah, there is a bit of investment, but it's nothing that we cannot handle,
Yes. Yes.
And with the love of motorsport, anything can be done.
Are you happy with the growth of the sport in Namibia?
Yes, I am. It's been difficult times. Besides the go-karts, because I've been involved in rally for many years in Namibia,
Yes.
now we do the rallies that are in Swakopmund that take place. Yesterday we had a national here.
Yes.
Everything stops at Swakopmund Go Kart.
Yes.
So we're trying to provide as much as possible at the premises that has to do with motorsport,
Yes.
with motorsport itself. So
yeah.
it's I'm happy. Customers are coming more and more in.
Yes.
The business is growing,
Yes.
day by day. And there's lots of improvements to be done. I cannot say it will happen in a day or two,
Yes.
but slowly we're improving and we're trying to make the facilities better.
Brilliant. Finally, what would you like to see happen in the sport?
We've got various ideas. When we started this a year ago, when I say we're talking about the the go kart racing.
Yes.
I think we were 8 or 9,
Yes.
10 competitors. Today we've got like 44. So it is growing,
Yes.
and this is what we would like to see. You know, there's lots of young talents out there, and what we would like to see is their parents bringing them in. You know, everything starts with go karts.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and the skills, and yeah, this is what we would like to see: more involvement, more people, and more spectators, and all that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Mendes.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Andrea, after quite an eventful day of racing, we've come to say goodbye.
Yes, but only for a little while. Don't worry. You can head on over to our website, that's www.irongo.com.na, because we are definitely going to give you the full results of what went down here at the go-kart track here in Swakopmund.
Yes.
You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter and on Instagram. You can also get in contact with us at 011 7040, that's 011 7040 on both WhatsApp and on Telegram. You can let us know what's happening, send us your news tips, let us know where you'd like to see Rongo Talk over the festive season.
Definitely, definitely. So we will be live at a number of other events also.
Yes, like we said earlier, you're going to see our beautiful faces for the entire December. Now our next live engagement is going to be the FNB Sandman Triathlon, and we are going to start at very early at about 6:30. We're going to show you the starting point of the FNB Sandman Triathlon.
We will keep you informed.
Yes, we will definitely keep you informed. Keep on watching our social media pages. Keep on watching our website, because we are going to bring you the latest of what is happening here at our coast, because they say mos it's lekker by die see.
That's it. And then finally, with rumors of another variant in the air, we need to socialize. We need to wear masks. We need to not satanize. We need to sanitize. And yes, social distance, very important. Very important, yes. Anything else from the side there?
No, it's just important that we keep safe, that we are responsible. It is the festive season. The weather is fantastic and everything, but it's very, very, very crucial that we please take care of ourselves. Until next time, see you again.
Bye.